Right, I just want to do a quick update for anyone who might be curious. I did, because I've said a couple of times that I would play a one-on-one for the next game design video. I would play LeBlanc and Gerhardt one-on-one, and with a goalie as well. And I did do a play test, like a long, kind of a longer play test last weekend. Um, and I've not uploaded that video simply because immediately after doing it, there were some things that I saw that I noticed. Like I feel like the moment that I finished playing that and doing that play test and like hit upload and started thinking about, what went on, just kind of reflecting on what went on in the game, already the game started to become a little obsolete. Not really obsolete, but at least like already I was making some changes to it. And so I was pretty nervous as well, even more nervous than usual, and as a result there were some things that I overlooked. Like for instance, I was going to anyway use my impact play penalty injury chart. This is from Impact Play Hockey. I was going to use this penalty injury chart here for like just to accompany this game as it's still in development. I might end up making some small changes to it, and I've ended up just kind of overlooking penalties and anything like that. So uh, I did, however, I did play 11 or 12 minutes of simulated a period of time, and we did get a score. 3-1 LeBlanc was the final score. I think, did Gerhardt score first? Doesn't matter. Anyway, I think she might have, and then LeBlanc rattled off three unanswered goals. I did. I mean, it wasn't all bad. I did like the ebb and flow of the play. This, I guess, I might as well show what I was using. So these dice, and then these markers here for this timer that I have for minutes and seconds for the period here, and also the cards as well. I put. I didn't use the notebook page like Bruins fan suggested. I probably should have. I put them on a couple of big index, kind of bigger, index cards here. And also, this is the generic goalie, so I just decided to name this generic goalie. So that was, but yeah, the penalty injury, I didn't really get into it. There were a lot of loose puck battles. I want there to be a lot of puck battles. There are a lot of puck battles in actual hockey, and I'm sorry if that would seem redundant to anyone else, but I do feel like even with that being said, that there were too many in this one. So, and I don't know if this would have shown up really well on the camera or not. Basically, I did the video and I uploaded it. I think I'll switch it from private to unlisted, but I'm not going to make the video public. So I suppose I think with an unlisted video, if you search, if you torture YouTube search engine long enough, it will give you what you're looking for. But I'm not going to hide it, but I'm not going to promote it either. I really feel that I just, for the first playtest, and I for what it's worth, I don't want to give anyone a misleading impression. Again, there were some things that I liked about it, but I guess overall, realistically, I was unsatisfied. And so I don't want it to give any misleading impression. Some people might watch some of it and go, that sucks, and just, not want to follow it anymore, show no interest in it. You know what they say about never having a second chance to make a first impression. So while I think and would hope that everybody would watch it and treat it as a game in development and not compare it to a game that's completed, there are supposed to be mistakes and supposed to be flaws in the game, and it's supposed to suck, at least sometimes, one might even argue. It's not, I wasn't quite confident enough with it, which is weird because I know a few weeks ago, for a lark, I did a few practice rolls in between talking about some other stuff. And if I don't mind saying so myself, I kind of liked it. It felt good. I had a good feeling about it. And so maybe I wrote a little too much confidence and momentum into this first play test that I did, where again I had this camera going and I was playing and recording the score and everything. And again, got 4 goals. There were a couple of goals actually scored within seconds apart of one another. I think it was Gerhardt scored like a minute and 20 something seconds into it, and then LeBlanc scored like 20 seconds later. And so immediately but again, it's one game, right? It's one play test. And so immediately I was like, okay, I might have to make some adjustments here. However, after sort of the hot first couple of minutes, there was things kind of cooled off after that. There were, I think I even said during the video, like, this is sort of something dwindled, or whatever word that I used, into like a dull lull for several minutes after that. And it wasn't until about like the 10-minute mark of the playtest, actually, or closing in on it, that it started to pick up again. I think LeBlanc rattled off her couple of goals, 8, 10, 11 minutes into it. And then I stopped it at around the 11 or 12-minute mark. The video is a little over half an hour. I am taking time after every roll. I'm kind of rolling aloud and explaining and articulating everything, and maybe going a little slower than normal to stop and check and second guess. Because again, even though I'm designing it, it's still technically the first play test of the game that I've done like it. I do with the die roller app on this phone. I do like I kind of just I'll roll dice on the app and then go in my head, well, okay, if this then this, and if this player's rated this then that. And I know that's not quite the same as play testing, but that's a little bit more time manageable for me. It's something I can do in between doing other things. But so again, I just wanted to talk about with this video why I've not uploaded the one-on-one plus goalie first play test. I do plan to do and upload one soon. I think I'm going to make some changes to the game first. I think I might need to simplify the game a little bit, much to my chagrin. I want playability, I guess, over realism. I might regret saying that. I do though. I think I think if I were to rank, playability's got to be number one. Realism two. If you want if you want realism, go print pages off Hockey Reference or whatever reference site. So it's there's a fine line there, I know, but again, the first not full play test, the first like 12 minutes of a play test generated a score, got 4 goals there. And just I wanted to mention as well why it's not uploaded. But last and not least, actually last and most importantly in this case, what I would like to do as well with this video is I wanted to say it at the beginning and even throw a midstream specimen out there as well, but I would be remiss to complete this video and not give full props, mad credit to where it's due. I've seen what I think anyway is just an absolutely fantastic video, and the channel is On Base Baseball. And not even being a baseball, like a tabletop baseball player, I've seen a few of this guy's videos. If I can ever get over my own social anxiety, and if he's still also in the so far out west, it's called the East again, I might even want to meet this gentleman. Brian is his name, and well, that's his first name, and his channel is on base baseball, and he has a video up which is the original. It's basically building a game from a core engine, like a core 2D6 engine, and he takes a game that was introduced to him, I think, through his brother. I don't want to spoil the whole video, and I don't think this will. Called Aruba Baseball. It's very much worth checking out. If you've ever had the desire to design anything of your own, I highly recommend checking out this video. It's just under 30 minutes. I've seen it now at least a couple of times, kind of 2.5 or 3.5, like listen to parts of it, and then a couple of full views. And he does like a full game play test, and then he sort of shows as well how Aruba Baseball, like starting with that 2D6 very basic core game engine, then evolved to the next step, and then eventually what would become On Base Baseball. But it's really interesting to see the beginning of the evolution of that, and just this really neat core idea. And go and check it out. There's something else there that I wanted to say, but just go and check it out again if you've ever had the desire to. And a lot of stuff actually that Brian said really resonated with me. About as much as I enjoy playing these games, I would say that probably my number one passion is creating, and I think that actually might be, come to think of it, the reason for like the February hiatus, that I went through, is just that I realized like I'm playing, and I'm not taking time for myself and time to create. And so I'm still trying to balance that. And and go and check out that video, because it's a really neat idea. I guess the one other thing I was going to say is that it's something that I wish I could do for hockey. I'm going to try to do for hockey because that's what I need is like some people start too many projects, I start too many designs. So, and I think that will be another video in the future where I make fun of myself and I'll show that I'm not just talking BS and I do have rudimentary games and just yeah, I have a bunch of different games designed. So I'll show the bits and pieces of games on camera if that would be of any interest to anyone, and or even if it isn't, just to get it out there, I guess, for me and for anyone who might someday become interested in it. And yeah, I this idea though of like starting with 2d6 and just working your way out from there. Uh, I like it. Anyway, it's an excellent video, and so even if it took me too long to begin talking about it, I think probably I've talked about it for about 50% the length of this video. So there you go. The unsuccessful play test. I was trying to say check and test at the same time. And go and check out Brian's on base baseball, the play test, the Aruba baseball, the rudimentary edition basically of on base baseball where he has 21 values instead of 11 for the 2d6, and how he does that too instead of thinking of things in terms of straight 11 to 66. That was neat to see as well, that there are 21 values technically that one can assign if say you're using two same color dice instead of like one to denote the tens and the other the ones. Anyway, I still think I've definitely not spoiled it, and I'm not saying that a lot of other videos that I check out and enjoy aren't also really great videos that I really enjoy watching, but this one in particular, I even told him one of my favorite videos I've seen in the past little while. It's which again I think maybe personally speaks to my passion to design. It's an excellent video, so I'm going to promote that. I wanted to explain this, and any time and any consideration that you give to a little old video like this, it's never expected, but it is always appreciated. So with that, I can't even really cheers you. I just basically I finished work and I'm going to go for a walk, and I thought before I do that I'm just going to get this out and off my chest and everything like that, because the play test was a couple of days ago. So but I uploaded a couple of the videos a couple of days ago. I didn't want to inundate anyone. So all right, thank you and bye for now.